And also, like, the kind of heartbreak that comes with, like, she did consider Thomas a really close friend, and the fact that Thomas resented her the entire time. It's just really depressing. Emily really needs a break. Anyways, I guess Willie is the one who opened the door next and will change our fate. Also, there's a nice med kit on the table there. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Smart enough to open doors. What a good boy. Oh, I can sleep if I want to. Oh, large first aid kit. I think I'm only allowed one of those, but alright. Nah. Well, yeah. Glad Thomas left a payphone in here. So believe it or not, despite Thomas being very dead, there are still details about that character that I don't quite want to discuss yet. I want to wait until we find out a little bit more before we fully, completely unpack Thomas. But anyways, York's back in the game, back in the groove. Also, really appreciate the detail of Emily looking away as Thomas hits the hook.
Hey.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't want to see that either. That's rough. But like York would be like, well, another enemy down. Like, I appreciate that Emily is a lot more, like, quite frankly, human than York, because York is very inhuman sometimes, in a very entertaining and interesting way.
I'm fine. Got to spend some quality time with Zach.
Love that line.
I heard gunshots. Did you get our man?
York, Thomas is dead. I shot him.
York looks up.
He tried to kill me.
Oh,
Thomas.
I see that.
I suppose that this is the fate you talked about. But Emily, what
So
about the murder?
What are you doing?
I just told you I had to shoot Thomas.
Thomas's actions may have surprised you, I understand that. But our job is to catch the killer, isn't it? You didn't let the killer get away.
York, are you saying that Thomas was not responsible for the murders?
What? That makes no sense.
Emily, are you out of your mind? Thomas was certainly neck deep in this. But he didn't kill the girls. He has concrete alibis for all 3 murders. He also doesn't have the reverse peace symbol on his back. These are basic facts that for sure you haven't forgotten.
Then who?
I need you to be strong, Emily. If Thomas is not the killer...
I know you had to
then
shoot
there's
your
only one
coworker
other
just now.
The only one with free access to the department files.
Would you like
Doesn't have an alibi at the time of the killings.
to help me
Love G himself.
go kill your other
George?
coworker?
George is the killer? And since when did you start thinking
York,
this?
can you please just let Emily go take a nap? Like,
You saw the pictures, right?
York can handle this by
Secret room in
himself.
Carol's bar. That
Emily
became 100%
needs a
positive.
break.
But George didn't have the tattoo on his back.
Oh, right. He doesn't have a tattoo on his back. But there is a pattern there.
What do you mean?
Emily, I'm not saying that the pattern was the tattoo. Remember what Harry said. There isn't a single thing that can maintain its shape for eternity. And George's back is a perfect example.
Hey, you two. Could you explain this so I can understand what's going on?
This is really confidential, I feel like.
Emily here. I've rescued Ada York from the clock tower. Thomas is dead. I was forced to shoot him. York is a little weak, but we're heading back to the department now.
Emily. George is a friend of yours, isn't he?
Yes.
And what we are about to do is going to be tough to deal with. Are you willing to go through
Appreciate
this?
York is aware of that.
I'm deputy sheriff. This might be a small town, but I take pride in that. It's my duty to make sure that we catch all the bad guys in Greenville. Even if it means facing an end that I would never have hoped for.
Okay. Then let's get moving. This case is going to end with the sheriff's department.
I have to tell the camera that so the player knows.
This is madness. Will, come on, let's go with it. Chickening out now would be like leaving after eating the appetizers.
Case and please don't follow us. This is a really important thing. So yeah, the fact that that chapter is called Catfight, not great. Wish that we had a different title. But yeah, it's George. There's actually an insane amount of, not really foreshadowing, but if you play the game knowing that, you're like, oh, yeah, it's George. Obviously, it's like, every single time, well, not every single time, because you didn't know he was at the Galaxy of Terror, but like, the first 5 times you encounter the Raincoat Killer, it is in a scene where you have entered a building, and George was like, yeah, I'll wait out here. I'll see you later, York. Like, he is physically in the same place as York whenever he encounters the Raincoat Killer. We will find out a little bit more about George's motivations as we progress, but there's plenty of foreshadowing for that. I think one of the biggest things that's rather subtle is you meet up with Emily on the bridge, and then George comes from behind you and is like, oh yeah, I was looking for you. Even though, like, you were out in the forest and it was, just the Raincoat Killer out there. Like, there's little details that's like, oh yeah.
In the front. You secure the back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
What should I do?
Case and stay at the entrance.
No, don't cut me out now. If this was a movie, I'd be some minor nameless character, and I thought I was the cheerful sidekick.
In my script,
that
you
helped
may be.
solve the case.
Don't tempt me. I love how Kaysen had to stop moving, but really kept going. Also, I pointed this out and tried to give it play it off as a joke. But George's license plate says he's the one. So there's just random stuff all over the place where when you play through the game again, you're like, oh, yeah, it does make sense that it's George. York's loving this. So I'll be honest, I'm kind of forgetting the exact chain of events that follows. I don't think we are at the... I think it's technically the final dungeon, but it is not the final level. I don't think. But we'll see. We'll play a little bit more and then we'll see. Oh, that reminds me, we never finished George's side quests.
We might get a warm welcoming.
There are 2 of note. One, we found a dumbbell earlier. Since you cannot carry any more items, the 9mm handgun sheriff custom has been moved. Oh, do I just have access to Emily's gun now? That's pretty rad. Oh, all of her guns. All the warriors. I would like her gun, though. The Throne of Abyss. Though, not a soul in sight, though I doubt if it would have a soul to speak of. Forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, we found a dumbbell. There's a little bit, it's just kind of a inconsequential thing, but you find out those are George's, and he gives them back, and he's named them after, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. It was just funny. Wait, don't go! And then also, that flower I found that one time, if you find enough flowers, you can unlock fast travel, which I ended up never doing. And you do that by delivering the flowers to George, and he's like, yeah, I'm taking care of my sick mother. She loves these flowers, so thank you for getting them for me. The key for the hidden room, there's something inside. You'd think with all the imagery about deer, the key would be hidden behind the deer or something, but nope, it's just hanging out in the trophy. It's 1 out of 2 clues. This dungeon's going by quick. Oh, I heard someone there for a second. Let's see if we can exchange Emily's handgun for our own. It says attack is low. It's mandatory for all field agents to carry a 9mm handgun in FBI custom. That's fun. That's a fun excuse. I would rather have a shotgun. I haven't used a single melee weapon. As a matter of fact, I'm definitely putting this one away. But I do want to take that saber out. This is just flat out a much better pistol. And I haven't used a single melee weapon. I'm thinking I'm gonna take Emily's gun with me. Also gotta pee real quick. Also, it's not quite true that I haven't used a single melee weapon. It's just I used it very briefly at the beginning, and I was very bad at using them. I feel like it's time to change clothes. We've been in these for a while. I think we can change back to... Actually, I remember not liking deep blue as much as I thought I would. Let's go for workaholic. We've been working overtime for quite a while. And we'll send that to cleaning. $4? Outrageous. Let's go ahead and save. Just in case. All right, back to it. Hello.
Yes. Great.
Oh, I got a red item from that. It's the key for cell 1. Does that count as my other clue? No. That'd be too easy. Oh, someone came from behind me. Well played. Yeah, I knew he was gonna get me again, but I'd rather that than get shot. Now we can take care of that guy.
Great. Amazing.
Man, York effing loves it. Assault rifle. I don't think I've even gotten an assault rifle in this game yet. Alright, seems like most doors are pretty locked. Oh, hey man. Nice try. Oh, another. Oh, hey man. Man, this gun really trivializes the normal combat. Ooh, he does not have a reflection. I wonder if that's a bug or if it's intentional. I'm fine with either. Uh-oh. Oops. Trapped in a corner here.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty close to them both. Oh, I'm just gathering all the keys. Surely one of them will have what I need. Thank you. So now in this devil world, all of the, there's raincoats all over the place, and all the exact same raincoats are in each other, which I think is pretty fun. It was actually hinted at much earlier in the game, but I don't think it was the exact same model. And now it is, because scary! This is where the Raincoat Killer lives. Put that in the toolbox. Can't carry any more turkey sandwiches. This room was useless to me. Black coffee, but I think I'm full on that. There's going to be a dude in one of these, probably. Yep. If you have a key, it'll be worth it. Oh man, this is a lazy boy, isn't he? Oh yes. Oh. Didn't expect multiple. I imagine he will not have a key, but there's a chance. This is like fighting those droidicas in the really old-fashioned Star Wars Battlefront, where if you just get right up in their face, they can't attack you at all. Hacks for Battlefront 2004. Which is a game I miss. I really... Sometimes, even when games get... It's not really a reboot, it is a very separate game, but like... I don't know. I haven't played modern Battlefront, but I feel like I would still enjoy old school Battlefront way more. I never played Battlefront 2, old Battlefront 2. I heard that was the way to go, but I never got around to that. Alright, let's see if we have what we need. Oh, don't give me tank controls now. We'll never get it. Alright, let's test something. Let's see if the 9mm Sheriff Custom does the trick well too. Considering the stun effect that I get on submachine gun, still seems like that's worth it. But that definitely is a big step up from York's gun. I wish I was wish Emily had let me borrow her gun for the entire game. Anna! It's locked. I need a key to open it. Do I not have the single one I need? Maybe if I collect all the other ones. Oh, hey, man. Just wanted to see what was in the toilet behind you. Medium first aid kit, not bad. Yes, I can skip that. Okay. I appreciate that out of all the dungeons, this is the only one where, like, yes, the vines are kind of messing with stuff, but it's not like the geometry of the building itself is getting screwed up. We can sleep here if we need, unlike in all these other rooms that apparently don't have beds anymore. Not even an Agent Honor, just some stupid bullets for some stupid gun I don't even have. Why would I even need that? Oh, nope, don't. It's locked. I'm curious what's behind there, but I would venture to guess it is not worth it. It's can of tomato sauce, but I'm out of room for my can of tomato sauce, so I will just keep on going. Was there other stuff this way? No, there was just vines. Alright, let's go for it. Ooh, another thought I had that I forgot to talk about. When Emily and George and Kaysen are all in the sex dungeon together, which, oh boy, I've written a few too many fan fictions about that. No, I haven't, for the record. That was... If I was going to write fan fiction, I would certainly not write fan fiction about George and Kaysen. Now, solo York fan fiction in the sex dungeon, I'll explore that. I would dabble in that, but yeah. Anyways, in that scene, very briefly, you hear a very ethereal version of the... Did I just get shot? Or, oh, I just wasn't able to push it. Here, only the color of the wall is different. There must be something. It's clearly a door. But yeah, you hear a version of the Woods and the Goddess song play, and it's very beautiful, and I really like it. I have to hold it down. I can't just run into it. That's funny. But it really, much like with a lot of the music in this game, really doesn't quite fit the tone of the scene. And I also don't know if it ever comes back, which would be a shame, because it's a beautiful iteration of that song, which is a song I already love and find very beautiful. Alright, spooky music is happening, but I don't know if there's actually enemies. Agent Honor, it's a trap. It was a trap. It was actually a trap. Yep. There sure are enemies. Why would you come down? Oh, just so the vines can get in the way so I don't have a good choke point. Yeah, the good thing about the enemies with guns is that once they pick a direction to shoot, they're pretty much committed to that, so you can just kind of run out of the way, you don't have to always stun them. Which makes this level actually doable. I thought I got money for destroying the mannequin. I'm like, yeah, I thought they were creepy too. Definitely worth it. Did I kill that other guy already? Oh no, he's right there. Thank you. Alright, we took one hit in there, but other than that, doing alright. Carol's earrings. Ah, this. Interesting. I think we're getting somewhere, Zach. Oh, I can't go back up there? Seems like a kind of devilish ceremony occurred in this room. Kids these days down with the devil. Can't trust them. Now, it would be fun if York and Emily both went through the level together now that they both are aware of the monsters, but no, I believe York is about to solve this dungeon, which will revert it back to normal as per usual. It's like Persona, basically. And by reverting it back to normal, we now see that there was a person in this room already the entire time.
Carol!
Cheesy music cue aside, I really love that moment of blood dripping on the face and then the slow, scary look up. That's great. Alien-esque, really. Oh no, the timer music is starting. What's gonna happen? The scene's really set up to make it seem like half her face is gonna be missing or something. But nope, she's just having a rough time.
Carol! Are you okay? George. George did this to you.
Yeah, it definitely says that.
Thomas. He's dead. I shot him. I had to.
I didn't have any melee weapons. Because she's really emphasizing shot. I shot him.
Carol? Carol?
The roundhouse kick. And that did it. York murdered her.
Kaysen! Kaysen, quick!
I know he's the only person nearby, but really? We're bringing Case into this now?
Rush to the hospital. She needs a full stomach and liver cleansing.
York, you need to come too. She needs...
No, I have to take care of something here.
But I can't take her alone.
Please, Kaysen.
Okay, I'll do it, fast. But if something happens, don't blame me, okay?
Just go!
Good boy, Woody.
I haven't been this emotional in a long time. Can you tell, Zach?
Even his face looks like... Seeing York look sad is a weird look. We really haven't seen him much this game. Or sad and worried, rather. I like how he's wearing his cowboy hat in that scene. Cleared the Throne of Abyss. Nice. Episode 4 cleared. It's getting real late, and I do have work tomorrow, but I think we have time for one more little chunk. I forgot how late in the game that Carol scene is. Like, I remember the room that happens in. I forgot that she, like, forces the seeds into Emily's mouth, which is, like, an important reason for why Emily is not present during the next part of the game.
Thomas?
But I'd forgotten that happens after the Thomas
Just
fight.
surrender yourself.
You won't have it your way. I won't let you take him. Die, you skanky swine.
Carol, are you okay?
You!
Didn't show Thomas dying. That's not important. Just Thomas being evil and hating Emily.
Thomas was not responsible for the murders?
Love G himself.
Theme of love. Who even opened the door? His back was turned. Let's look. Episode 5, Dawn. I guess we should try to chase him. Dang it, I just turned the whole police department back to normal.
So, Zach, I'm thinking of asking Emily out for dinner once this is all over. Nothing too fancy, just somewhere where we can relax. You know what? Nick's Diner might be a good idea. I think I owe him a nice big tip, too.
A sinner sandwich. We'll all be good. Oh yeah, the murderer. It's weird to have a little double dungeon happening. What? Man, there's another scene that happens, and I don't even remember when it happens. It could come at literally any time at this point.